And Long Island Representative Anthony D'Esposito introduces a resolution to formally condemn the widespread use of an anti-Semitic slogan. Here's One America's Caitlin Sinclair with more.
Congressman Anthony D'Esposito, thanks for joining us today. I want to start off, sir, by perhaps having you explain the goal of this resolution that you've introduced.
Well, this is a resolution condemning the term "from the river to the sea," which is something that has been used, as we've seen on college campuses, amongst protesters, very anti-Israel. And I think that we're at a point in our nation's history and what we're dealing with our greatest ally, Israel, that people need to be put on paper, and to have the American people should understand where they are with our relationship with Israel. It's very easy to jump on a news network. It's very easy to send out tweets. But I want to see individuals from the House of Representatives vote on condemning this anti-Semitic term.
So this chant, it's been brought up many times over the past month, and we've been really trying to dissect if people understand exactly what those words mean, right? Because it's easy to see a bunch of words on Twitter, easily retweet or repost it because you think that you are standing for something, right? Now, Congressman, the widespread use of the chant, calling for liberation from the river to the sea, calling for the liberation of the state of Israel, it's a slogan many of our colleges and universities across this nation, even those funded by the state right here in New York, they have been allowing their students no consequences for their students using such rhetoric. Your thoughts?
Well, to your point, and I'll start with the what you said last, but the state, the SUNY and CUNY schools have been some of the most disgusting in this fashion. They're the ones that we've seen even prior to the attacks on Israel. They've been historically anti-Semitic, historically anti-Israel. I mean, I think one of the best ways that we could focus on this is exactly by what we're doing, putting resolutions on the floor to find out where members of the House of Representatives stand, what they believe in, who they stand with, who they believe in. And I think that's a step in the right direction. We also need to focus on how we hold these schools, these institutions, and these so-called leaders of these educational institutions, how we hold them accountable.
Yeah, so speaking of being held accountable, let's take a look at some of your own colleagues. Let's take Democratic Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. She showed support for this exact chant we're referring to, and look how long it took for this Democratic elite to face any consequences for her dangerous rhetoric. When it comes to consequences, are we seeing enough?
Well, I don't think there's ever enough consequence, unfortunately. I think that we're living in a world right now where we live in a world where people are receiving participation trophies. That doesn't allude to people being held accountable. We need to hold people accountable. And quite frankly, members of the House of Representatives, as well as elected officials across this country, should be held to a higher standard. And, we had a resolution recently about Rashida Tlaib and to censure her. I don't think censure is enough. What we need to focus on is making sure that we have the resources necessary in order to go into races like hers and like AOC's and find more qualified, more American, more pro-Israel, and quite frankly, more individuals that are against hate.
Congressman, lastly, I'll ask you how you believe the media could do better at this moment in time.
We're at a time where all you need to do is report on the facts. The facts are simple. We have members of the House of Representatives. We have elected officials throughout this country who are anti-America, who are anti-Israel, who are spewing hate, who are fueling the flames of this country. And we are at a breaking point, and people's emotions are running high. People are angry. We're at the time of year where holidays, yes, they could be some of the most celebratory times of the year, but they also bring out the worst in people that are alone, people that are upset, people that are suffering. And the fuel that they're putting on the fire of politics is not helping, and we need to hold them accountable.
Well, Congressman, thank you for all that you're doing on your end. We appreciate it. Congressman Anthony D'Esposito, thank you.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.